My attitude and behavior going into new media, journalism, and communications was a little skeptical at first because I went into Full Sail thinking that I wanted to go into journalism. Then I strayed away from that and wanted to go into film and editing. Little did I know, and it was because of this class, that journalists aren't just news or broadcasting or the media. Journalists are also brand journalisms. They can do marketing, they can do documentaries. So my outlook has changed greatly due to our projects that we did. Now I know that I can tell a story, I can take footage, and I could put it all together and tell a great story. So journalists now that I see, are more than just strictly media. I can actually go into it knowing that not only do journalists tell a great story with the news and the media and broadcasters, but I can also pursue my career and tell a great story. As I started working on our projects, I realized that this wasn't just all about news and the media and broadcasting, which is what I strayed away from because I do want to go into film and editing. I do want to make documentaries, and I wouldn't mind going into marketing and possibly creating a story, taking the footage, putting it all together, getting it out there in the world. And by doing my research with these projects, I learned that brand journalism is something that I actually might be interested in. I went from wanting to be a journalist to wanting to just strictly do documentaries to now I learned that maybe brand journalism is something that I would like to do. I do like marketing and I like telling a story and putting it all together. That might be an interest of mine, so I really did learn a lot from our projects that we did. If I would have had more time on our projects, I would have definitely first went to the Writing Center because after I experienced that with our last essay, I think everybody should do it. It's very easy to do. You make an appointment, you submit your paper, they walk through it with you. They're very nice people. Also, my audio slideshow. I wish that I would have had more time to take video of maybe an actual deer on my camera walking through the woods, but all I had was what we had on our deer cams when we weren't out there. I would have focused more on reading through my essays, especially the first two essays that we had in week 1 and week 2. But overall, it went pretty smoothly. I do wish that I would have gone over APA and learning how to do citations better. That stuff still kind of confuses me, but there's always a way. Purdue OWL, there's always a way to look back and try and fit that in correctly. And I also wish I would have read through, even though I did read through a lot of the descriptions on instructions that we had to do for our assignments, I really kind of wish I would have just stuck with one assignment and not moved on to the next, and I probably wouldn't have gotten confused as much as I did if I would have just focused on one assignment at a time. What I learned and took away from this class was that journalists are not just journalists. There's so many aspects that people just perceive them to be one thing. I truly believe that I can take this class with me in my career choice because not only can I do film and editing, but I can tell a great story. And all of our projects just laid that all out for me, and I enjoyed doing it. It wasn't something that I was forced to do. I woke up excited every single day seeing what our assignments were and that I could take my footage, tell a story, and I know now that I can keep that outlook of filming and editing and marketing, and I can put them all together because when I first started this class, I was so terrified. I was against being in the media. Nowadays, I think it's just going to be a little tough of a road and very stressful, and that's some stress that I just don't want. I'm very comfortable and willing to go into filming and editing, creating stories, maybe selling a product. I took away a lot from this class, possibly a career choice that I never knew that I was truly interested in.